They're in agreement for child support to be modified to $163 per month beginning March 1st, 2025, and medical support to be modified to $113 per month beginning March 1st, 2025. Additionally, I would like to correct that they are in agreement for this to be a temporary order today, so that Mr. Lira does have time to work the Choices program and look for employment. And so we're requesting that the confirmation of child support and medical support arrears, as well as court costs, be reserved for a final order, and are requesting to come back to court on May 14th, 2025 at 9 a.m. For a final order. Additionally, the parents are in agreement that there's been no family violence, and neither is requesting a non-disclosure. The state calls the mother Miss Creo. Ma'am, will you state your name?
Natalie Curlow.
And what's the child's name?
Josiah Lira.
And how old is he?
He's 12.
And did you hear those terms I just read into the record?
I did, but I didn't know that he said that there were 2 other children for credit for him.
Do you know if they're still minors, the other children?
I know there's 2 other kids in the picture, but I don't know if they're biological children or not.
Okay. Do you know if they live with him or if they live with the other parent?
I don't know anything about Mr. Lira.
Okay. The temporary support I read out, child support at 163 and medical support at 113. Do you agree with those amounts?
If that's going to be accounted for my child only, not with the other 2, as I don't know if those are his biological children or not.
Okay, so you want the support calculated with no credit for 2 other kids.
That's correct.
Okay. And you have health insurance for your child through your employer or through another source?
I don't have any support, as he was to be paying that on the agreement that we had on the last hearing, but it hasn't been paid in 6 months.
Do you have your child enrolled in health insurance coverage?
No, I don't. I'm paying out of pocket for his visits.
Does your work offer any insurance you can enroll him in at a reasonable cost?
It's a higher cost, about $300 more.
And have you tried to apply for Medicaid or CHIPS?
I don't qualify.
Okay. And have you looked into obtaining health insurance through the marketplace?
I also do not qualify for those either, based off income.
Okay. Okay, let me recalculate support based on minimum wage with credit for no other children.
Yeah.
Those are my biological kids.
We'll get to you in a minute, Mr. Lito. Just a minute.
Okay.
Ms. Creo, that would be medical support of 113 and then child support at $209 a month. Is that what you're requesting?
If that's what it is based off one child, yes.
Okay. And are you okay with this being a temporary order?
Yes.
Okay. And the other terms that I read out, are you in agreement with?
Yes.
All right. I'll pass the witness. The state calls the father, Mr. Lira. Sir, will you state your name?
Fabian Lira?
And Mr. Lira, are you currently employed?
No.
You're a Dallas County resident?
Correct.
And you're in agreement to join the Choices program to help you look for employment?
Yes.
And are you in agreement for this to be a temporary order today so that you do have time to look for a job and then we can come back in May to finalize the case?
Right.
Okay, and so you have your one child with Miss Creo, correct?
Yes.
Do you have any other children?
Yes, I have 2.
And those 2 children, are they your biological kids?
Yes.
And how old are they?
One is 5 and the other one is 4. I'm sorry, 6 and 4.
Okay, and do they live with you or do they live with the other parent?
They live with both of us.
Okay, so are you married to the other children's mother?
I guess common law.
But you live in a household with her and the 2 children?
Yes. Yes. We live
Okay.
together.
And just to confirm, so there's no child support order for those kids then?
No.
Okay. And you're wanting credit for those children when calculating support today?
Yes.
Okay. 1 second. And so giving you credit for the 2 other children using minimum wage, the medical support would be $38 a month and the child support would be $180 a month. Is that what you're requesting?
Yeah, sure.
And do you have any access to private health insurance at a reasonable cost that you can enroll the child in?
No, not at the moment.
Okay. Is there anything else you want the court to know about your case?
No.
Okay, I'll pass the witness.
All right, let's go to temporary order today. I need you to hang around after my hearing here. Mr. Lida, meet with the choice representative. And then after you're done with him, you can leave. So wait here for a minute after I get done here. We're just gonna put here that no party has health insurance available at a reasonable cost. Y'all both need to kind of look at that again between now and May to see if there's anything available. Uh, from what I understood, the marketplace covers everybody, no matter what cost is. But they may charge you more if you earn more money. So you may want to look at that, both of you, to see if that's an option. Because it's kind of dangerous not to have any kind of insurance. Child support, we're going to modify it to 180. I am including he has 2 other children, and medical support is $38 a month. We're reserving all the other issues until final orders, and we're resetting the case to May 14th, 2025 at 9 o'clock in the morning. So y'all both need to return on May 14th. The Attorney General's office will give me an order to sign based on that, and that'll be it for our hearing. Mr. Lida, I need you to wait here. They're going to send you to an invite to join a private meeting room to meet with the choice representative. So wait for that, and then Ms. Carrillo, you can go ahead and leave for the day. All right,
Thank
thank you.
Mhm.
Court takes notice Mr. Mejia was served in Dallas on June 6, 2024. He has not filed an answer. Looks like we did an order for parentage testing last time. In fact, yeah, he appeared, and haven't done any orders. Okay, Ms. Nutt, what's going on?
Yes, Your Honor, we are ready to proceed with the default. We do have an affidavit of non-collection for DNA testing that I'm pulling up now. And Your Honor, may I share my screen?
Yes.
Okay, and we have a confirmation of non-collection from DDC for Mr. Sean Mejia, stating that he missed his appointments on 9/9/2024, 10/3/2024, and 11/22/2024. And so I'd ask that this confirmation of non-collection be admitted into evidence as State's Exhibit A,
Exhibit A is submitted.
and the state will call the mother Miss Melendez. Ma'am, will you state your name?
Ashley Melendez.
And what's the child's name?
Ileana Giselle Mejia Melendez.
And how old is she?
She's 2.
Okay, and DNA testing was ordered, correct?
Correct.
And did you see that document I just shared on my screen?
No, ma'am.
It showed that Mr. Mejia missed 3 DNA testing appointments.
Oh, yeah, I did see it.
Okay, and are you certain that Mr. Mejia is the biological father of Ileana?
Yes.
Is there anyone else that could possibly be her father?
No, ma'am.
Have you been married in the past?
No.
Are you currently married?
No.
And are you in agreement today to establish that Mr. Mejia is the biological father?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Has there been any family violence in the last 2 years between you and the father?
Yes.
When's the last time an incident occurred?
August of 2024.
And what happened?
An argument escalated in the parking lot. And the cops got called. The cop he took off when the cop came. And the cop just never asked me questions, but I know they called due to the incident.
Do you know if Mr. Mejia was ever arrested?
Not that I know of.
Do you have any protective or restraining orders against him?
No, ma'am.
And the argument that you were in the parking lot, did it amount to physical violence?
Not. I guess you can say yes, because he was trying to check my phone and we weren't together anymore, and it just escalated because I was just trying to get away from the situation and he just kept just trying to break my phone, and I was trying to like leave the situation, leave the parking lot, and he just kept me in the car, just having my phone in his hand, and he wouldn't return it. So I guess they heard me screaming and somebody called the cops.
And have there been any other instances of family violence between the two of you?
When we were together, yes, but after, no.
Okay. And has he ever threatened you or the child?
No.
Are you requesting a non-disclosure so your address and other information is marked as confidential?
Yes.
And does he know your address currently?
Yes.
Okay. And if you were to move tomorrow to a new address, do you feel comfortable giving that to him?
No.
Has he ever shown up to your residence uninvited or unannounced before?
No.
Okay. Do you think that you and Mr. Mejia can co-parent and make decisions for your child together?
No.
Has he reached out to you in the past to be involved, or he just has not reached out?
Has not reached out.
Okay. And so have you been making the decisions for your child on your own?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you requesting to be a sole managing conservator so you make the decisions for your child on your own?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Are you requesting to be the parent to designate the child's primary residence without geographic restriction?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you requesting that Mr. Mejia have supervised visitation?
Yes, ma'am.
And has he ever had any visitation with your child without you being there?
No, ma'am.
And why are you requesting that he have supervised visits?
My child has special needs. She can't walk, stand, crawl, can't eat, can't feed herself. All her food has to be pureed. So since he's never been around, I feel like he can't take care of her on his own because he doesn't know anything about her condition.
Okay. And are you requesting that the supervisor be your sister, Emily Mejia? Or,
His sister.
excuse me, his sister, Emily Mejia?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And are you wanting the supervised visits to be permanent?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you requesting a neutral exchange location at 13201 Tomfield Road in Farmers Branch?
Yes, ma'am.
And what location is that?
It's a playground in Farmers
Okay.
Branch.
Okay. And what kind of health insurance coverage does your daughter have?
Medicaid.
Do you know if Mr. Mejia is employed?
Yes, ma'am.
And what kind of work does he do?
He works in the fields in the city of Farmers Branch.
And so we took income reported from his employer and calculated support. So we are asking that he pay medical support of $374 per month and child support of $628 per month. Are you in agreement with that?
Yes, ma'am.
And this is, like I said, based on information from his employer that states his average monthly income is $4,160. Do you believe that is accurate of what he earns each month?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Are you requesting retroactive child support for the last 23 months?
Yes, ma'am.
And then in the last 23 months, did you and Mr. Mejia live together?
We lived together March of 2023 to May of 2023.
Okay. And after y'all split up, did he send you any money or help you out financially with your daughter?
No.
Okay. So we've calculated retroactive child support at $16,146 to be paid at $135 each month. Are you in agreement with that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Is there anything else you want the court to know about your case?
No, ma'am.
I'll pass the witness.
Already entered a default judgment establishing he's the father From the testimony I have, I'm not making a finding of family violence today. Sole managed conservatorship, mother to have non-disclosure request granted, no geographic restriction, supervised visits due to the child's special needs. The exchange location is fine. Government medical supports 374, child support 628. Retroactive child support judgment amount of $16,146 payable at $135 a month. The Attorney General's office will draft that order and email you a copy, and then they'll try to work on collecting that money. You're done with court. You can press leave on the Zoom to exit out. Thank you.
Thank you.